have chosen certain lifestyles in their life that they will compare themselves to a race. That's right. Your lifestyle is your choice. It's like smoking. Let's say I take up smoking. Why do people actually take up smoking? Well, let's see. We go to the store and we buy cigarettes. Well, that's one reason why people take smoking. But a lot of it comes from peer pressures. Peers come up to you and say, "Hey, how would you like to smoke?" And you're like, "No, I don't like to smoke. It's bad for you." And these other kids go, "Oh, come on, smoke, smoke, smoke." So you start smoking your cigarette. And you're like, "Wow, I'm so cool. I got this cigarette." And then one day you're coughing up black lung and you can't go inside. "Hey, let me in. I want a Wendy's hamburger." Well, you can't have a Wendy's hamburger with a cigarette in your hand. It's against Wendy's policy to allow cigarette smokers in here. You're discriminating against smokers. I'll tell you what, I'll quit smoking. There you go. And you add 20 years to your life, give or take, that people don't hit you in a car wreck. And so all these things that are great for you, that was a choice you made in your life. No matter how healthy or unhealthy that lifestyle is, it is a choice. You're not a race of people. You're a smoker. Now that goes the same thing for people who choose their religious beliefs or who they decide to sleep with. Live with the consequences. If you don't want to have the consequences of hate, then don't give me an idea of who you sleep with. Nobody goes up to Wendy's and says, "Hey, I sleep with fluffy squirrels. Please give me a hamburger." Hello, this is Wendy's. We don't serve people who sleep with fluffy squirrels, but I'm a squirrel too. We don't serve animals at all, but I didn't have a choice of being an animal. Well, most animals don't talk, sir. Well, see, there's the problem right there. I don't go voting for a congressman who goes around telling people who he sleeps with. It's dumb. You talk about politics. You try to save the nation. I'll vote for you if you're sincere. But then again, on religious beliefs, you choose whether you like it or not. Those things are chosen for you. Armenian people know what I'm talking about. They know through the teachings of Joseph Armenian that you choose religion. Now, Calvinists on the other thing believes religion chooses you. But somewhere down the line, there was a choice made. And you have to live with the consequences of your choices, or the choices that were put aside for you. Now, on the hand on a race, no one decides that for you. You were born. You were born African American. You were born English American. You were born all these things. And if anybody discriminates against your race, they're wrong. Those things are bad. That's what we call discrimination. But you choose who you sleep with, and you choose who you worship. And you have to take the consequences. And that's where the line in the sand is drawn. Let me tell you something. It's going to come a time in your life where you're going to say, "Oops, I chose the wrong religion. Oops, I chose the wrong sexual orientation." What do you do then? You can't say you were born that orientation because you made the choice. Now you have to decide, wait a minute, if I go back to sleeping normally because a round peg goes in a round hole, then I have to give up and say that I did choose this lifestyle. And yes, you did. You had a choice. You were peer pressured into it, or you were thinking that it was a good decision at the time. And believe me, we all did that. Look at the hunk of junk that we drive today, or look at the cell phone we own. While we're sitting around teaching kids in schools about what sexual orientation they should have, which is none of the public schools' business, and it's the same way with anything. People will grow up and decide this is not for them. But guess what? You'll never grow out of your race. There's a history in this country of people of certain races being discriminated. And how dare you? Religious people are a bunch of people who can't decide what orientation you are, decide that you're in that group. You're not. Everybody has a choice. to decide what orientation they want and what their religious views are when they get a certain age. Leave the kids out of it. Nothing is more horrifying to say that a 7-year-old boy is gay. What the heck? He's 7 years old. His balls have not even begun to drop, so he doesn't know who he's going to sleep with, because gay is a sexual preference. It's a person who decides for themselves who they're going to sleep with. I like gingered women. You don't see me going around going, hey, I like ginger women. Vote for me. I'm going to my ginger women life parade. No, because I know better than that. When I go to the workforce, I don't scream, hey, I like gingered women, because it's inappropriate. Because there's a lot of blonde women who would get offended. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not stupid. However, there's a group of you that are. You choose your lifestyle. You can't choose your race. Don't you ever compare yourself to a race that was discriminated for hundreds of years. Thank you very much for your time.